Hello everyone and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic farming and we have reached episode number 28. Starting off down by the farmyard today, and that's because we've got some hay to be making today. Well, we've got to give the cows some hay first of all, and then we're going to have to make some hay later on by mowing our grass field, which has, it's been a long time since we mowed it last. But yeah, we need to see to that today to keep the cows nice and fed. But first of all, we are going to be giving the cows the hay from the silo. And then we'll be moving on to drilling some crops into the fields that we ploughed up last time. The time before that we purchased these new areas of land. And last time we ploughed them and limed them, so they're all ready to be drilled, as you can see. We are going to be putting in corn and sunflower, and that's all going to go towards our pig food productions. Sadly, our potatoes are not ready to harvest today, but one good thing out of that is that they're going to be ready to harvest at the same time as our sorghum, and we need both potatoes and sorghum for the pig food as well. So yeah, we really are gearing up towards pig food production. It's been a bit of a long time coming to get it all set up. But nonetheless, we're nearly there, so hopefully next time we should get pig food operational. In the meantime, we are just trickling in the various different feeds that they need. But here I am at the cow farm now, and we can just park up near the fermenting silo, where we also store our hay. This is quite a handy little storage area for both our grass, which can ferment into silage, and then we've also got our hay stocks in here. So I think this takes around 50,000 litres. Nordic, as you can see, is busy collecting up slurry from the cow farm. And after the cow farm, he'll probably move to the pig farm. And that's to top up the BGA, because the BGA has run out of slurry to process. So yeah, we need to get that topped up with slurry so we can get that recipe up and running again. Off he goes. Give him a toot. Yeah, 52,000 litres in here, so that's not bad. Just 2 trips and we'll get the cows all nicely fed. Here we are, cows, with your feed top up. Oh yes. They are mooing in delight. Second load going in. Excuse me, cows. Down the gauntlet and we can deposit some more hay. Alright, that's the hay all done. We can drop that off, and then they need a bit of water as well. Nordic's back for another load of slurry, and we'll hop in the Fiat Agri. And yeah, we put in a little underground plumbing to speed up the water refill. This one is much quicker than the big water tower we've got. And it's also free, so yeah, always nice having that. Cows got a nice drink. They're probably going to need another tank load. But we can see that our sorghum to the right, and then just up here where we've got a split field, the potatoes are on their last growth stage as well. So coming along quite nicely. And on the other side we've got our soybean, which is purely a cash crop, which is also doing well, but not as far grown. I've got 5,000 litres left in the tank. I think we'll go give that to the pigs. And here's the other sorghum field. So we're going to have quite a bit of sorghum on our hands come harvest time. Some water for the pigs. And we can go take a little look at how they are doing. Oh yes. These guys look very happy. Lovely job. Right, we can leave the agri here, filling up with water again. And we'll jump back in the T8. Don't know how many loads Nordic has done, but might have some slurry left to transfer. So, Nordic has just said that we need to fill up the maple syrup farm with some water, and then we're going to repurpose this tank for liquid fertilizer, as we tend to chew through a lot of that when we are planting. and we are going to be planting the corn and sunflowers in the 2 newest fields. So yeah, we're going to need a good supply of liquid fertilizer to keep our planters well stocked. So here we are, we should be able to just pull up and empty in. Right, that's all the water gone, so we can get this filled up with liquid fert. So I think we've got some liquid fertilizer left over here from the last time we did it. Okay, just gone for a even 70%, took us down to 300,000. And yeah, we can run this up to the field, so we're going to be planting. Okay, this looks like a nice little cubby hole for us to tuck our tanker in and keep it off the track, so we leave it there. First planter picked up. And we'll top up with seed and fert to make sure we're starting full. Okay, I think we'll start somewhere over here, so just switch off and go and hop in the other New Holland. Okay, so we've arrived, and Nordic's going to hop in the old Genesis, I'm going to hop in the T8. And the first crop that we are putting in is going to be corn in this top field. So let's switch on, get unfolded, we can get nicely lined up for a headland. I think we'll sort of go down this way. So we're starting in a corner. And yeah, corn in the top field and then sunflowers in the bottom, which will be interesting and go all towards our pig food. So let's switch on and we can head in and lower away. Corn, corn, corn. So yeah, we will have to take a top up of liquid fertilizer from the tank that we've deposited on the side of the field. But yeah, Nordic and I are away busy planting. So we're going to get this seen to and catch you when we're done. And that's the corn all planted. Oh, we managed to use quite a lot of seed and we had to do quite a few refills of liquid fertilizer as well. So handy we had the tank nearby. Nordic's just racing down there to go and top up as well. And whilst we're waiting, I will select sunflowers because that's the next crop we're going to put in the other side of the road. Haven't got any names for these fields yet, so I think we'll just call them roadside field or something like that. Who knows? Come up with some creative name. Yeah, we'll get these refilled and then we'll be on to planting in the next field. So let's get unfolded again. Nordic is waiting for us to get started. So unfold the wings. And we'll follow Nordic's lead this time. Get fired up. It takes a little while to unfold this planter, but it's very good. Nordic and I are big fans of this planter. And we're away. So yeah, sunflower in this one. And corn in the top field. So we'll have to rent the corn headers again for our harvesters to get this all picked up. The corn will be harvested with a corn header, not forage harvested, because we need it for our pig food. But that's okay. And yeah, it's episode 28, and it's an interesting milestone because this is the number of episodes that Nordic and I got to on our first series together on Spectacle Island, and 28 episodes was the maximum amount of episodes we got to. And it's interesting because 28 episodes in Calmlands feels like we're only just getting started. Well, we're not getting started, but still got a long way that we want to go with this series. Got more things to build, more areas to develop, and that's what's great about this map, is it's just got so much open space for us to develop into. Whereas Spectacle Island was really a fun and interesting map, but a lot of it was prefab, already made for us. We had a few fields to clear logs out of and stuff like that. But yeah, the farm was all pre-built, whereas we're pretty much building everything from the ground up on Calmlands, apart from the farmhouse. But yeah, that's really nice. It's allows us to have our creative flair with where we put the animal farms and the production areas and all sorts. But yeah, losing a bit of traction there, just trying to turn the corner. But yeah, we will get this all done. The planters are struggling a little bit where the terrain's off. We'll try and tidy that up where we can. But we'll get this sunflower all planted. So, see you when we're all wrapped up. Okay, so we've planted the sunflowers in that other field, and now we've washed up and we're parking away the planters, and it's going to be grabbing the mowers because we're off to mow the farmhouse field and we need to convert that into hay. But this time we're going to change tactic. We're not going to mow openly, we are going to mow into a swath, because Nordic and I have found a handy tedder which does Ted and windrow at the same time, so we are going to be trialling that and hopefully it works as we expect it to. So let's just drop off this weight and we can grab the mowers. Okay, Nordic's got his, so let's grab ours. Beacons on and off we go. Right, so we'll come up to our usual starting place, get both unfolded, and we want to make sure that we are swathing so we can make use of this new tedder windrower. And Nordic is firing up, let's fire up as well. And I'm not expecting huge yields from this field because we have let it get down to a very low lime and fertilizer state. So unfortunately, probably not going to be the best grass that we've produced on Calm Farm. But nonetheless, we do need some for our cows. And we'll make sure we get it limed up and fertilised next time. We'll have to get the soil information as well. So yeah, we'll deal with this little field here, and then we'll move on to the big farmhouse field. And I think in the future, Nordic and I are going to look to repurpose this smaller grass field, because it's quite diddy, not a very big field at all. And because it's near the farmhouse, it sort of looks ripe, pardon the pun, for a lovely little vineyard or olive yard. So at some point I think we will be looking to venture into some grape or olive production with the vines and the different tractors and sprayers and harvesters, which will be interesting, but only when we've got enough money. So yeah, but in the meantime we'll keep this as grass and we'll get this all mowed up, and that will be yummy hay for our very much in need cows. So Nordic and I will get this done, and we'll see you in a little while. Right, so that is the grass all mowed, so we'll get parked away, and then it's going to be off to the dealership to purchase our Tedrow windrower, or Tedrow we could nickname it. So yeah, we'll get that and get back to checking out how that works on our swaths. Right, we are at the dealership and we are going to be getting a Tedrower. So let's have a look at Tedders. And this is the one, the Elho Always Ahead TR300. And this is a windrower and tedder in one. So yeah, it teds up here and then windrows it out into a nice swath again. So let's go buy this and see it in action. Right, Nordic has got his, so let's grab ours. Looks to be of a good size, and I think when we checked it had a good working speed, so it'll be interesting to see it in action. There we go, we have lifted. So we'll give Nordic a toot and off we go. Right, this is the Tedder Tandem on the way back. Nordic and I have got one of these each, and they were only 7,000, so that's a pretty good price if these end up working really well. So yeah, got my hopes on these. Hope they do a good job. Right, so Nordic is starting with the first swath. Let's get this switched on and lowered away. And oh yeah, I think it's working for Nordic, but we should see that this is tedding and windrowing in one. So we don't have a need to ted and windrow separately. We can do it in one job, which is pretty fantastic if you ask me. And there's a couple little slithers of grass here and there, but it's doing a pretty clean job, I'd say, which is nice. So a much faster way to make hay. Let's So Nordic and I will get this all tedded and windrowed up, or Tedrowed as we should probably call it, and we'll see you when we're done. And there we go. We have Tedrowed the entire field, and you can see rather than swaths of grass, we've now got swaths of hay. So that is really fantastic. I think this little Tedrower has done a good job, and I must admit it was something I saw on another YouTuber's series, Felden, on his Crayback Chronicles series. I often do give a little nod to Felden because when I do watch him I always pick up quite a few tips and tricks. So yep, I didn't know this Tedrower existed, and now I do, so thanks for that one. And this has really benefited Calm Farm, I think, because it's reduced the job of separately tedding and windrowing down into one job, which is really, really nice. So we're going to get this parked up, and then I think Nordic's going to hop in the T8, and I'm going to get in the Tatra, and we will go to the store to get another forage wagon, because we've only got the one, and we've rented the other one previously, so I think it's time that we buy it now because we've got the funds and we tend to forage wagon quite often, so it makes sense we stop renting and buy one. In the Tatra, and let's head over to the dealership. Absolutely gunned it to the dealership, and we can buy our forage wagon. Now, the one we are going for is the Strautmann Magnon CFS 530DO. It's 132,500. Just check it's not on the sale page. No, it isn't. So we will have to buy that at the full price, unfortunately, but nonetheless, we need it. Alright, we're hitched up. So let's head back to the field. And as the last job of the day, we can get our hay all taken to our cows, and anything left over can go in the silo to be stored for later on. So here we are, and we can beacon off, switch on and lower the pickup, and we'll grab this swath here as our first one. And there we go, we've got hay going in, and we want to make sure we get a good amount of literage. And there's a couple of little shards of grass in here, but hopefully that shouldn't impact too much. There we go, pretty comfortable. We've got hay there and not grass, so that's good. So next job underway, getting all of our hay collected, and we can just lift up and scoot round here to join this next little swath here. And when we get the full loads, we'll be ferrying it over to the cow farm. But Nordic and I will see to all of this and see you when we are finished. Up we go and switch off. Beacons on. And that's the last load of hay. And we were on 97% there, so that was pretty good timing and sizing. But yeah, the cows are all full now of hay, and I think we've got a good amount of hay stocks in the silo, so that'll keep them well fed for a good few months and days, which is nice. Yeah, every so often we have to do a big hay creation to keep those cows happy, and I think that's only going to grow because the cows are reproducing. We've got quite a few in the stocks now, and we have to keep giving them water more frequently, and that's going to be the same with hay. Let's deposit this hay. We can have a look at how much we've got, and then we can get parked up, because God, we've worked into 7 o'clock in the game hours. That's much longer than we usually do, so let's get this unloaded. Alright, that's parked up there, so we'll get out of Nordic's way and just put the Tatra next to the silo. There we go, both beasts parked next to each other. And if we take a quick look at the silo, we can see that, oh yeah, we've got 263,300 litres. So that's going to keep the cows well and truly fed for a little while. And they've got 257 litres of hay. But we can have a look at our BGA and see that we've got slurry yet again. We need to top that up even more so, I think. And we'll probably have some grass to take to the BGA as well. But the grass is making its way into silage, and that's distributing to the BGA. So yeah, we don't have to do these big old loads anymore, which is handy. But that is it for today. Hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like. And if you've got any tips, tricks, or things you'd like Nordic and I to do, then feel free to leave a comment. But all there's left to say is, hope to see you again next time, and until then, we'll catch you later. Cheers all, bye bye.